Alright, let's see what's going on in your world. See what the fiery guys are up to. Very nice. Pentagram, harmony, protection, and idealism. So the pentagram, if you notice, is in the shape of a person, right? You see the little limbs and everything, right? When we make voodoo dolls, we actually start with the shape of a star. And then you follow the star with your threads and all that, you know, and then you make a voodoo doll, right? So, like, that representation of the star in the circle representing protection, right? Divine protection. This is all encompassing the star, right? Which represents human. The human form, right? So, whatever you're doing, you are divinely protected in what you do. So let's look at it. Alright. Got 2 of Wands in reverse. 2 of Wands in reverse tells me that you're becoming more decisive. You're not really hanging at that crossroads anymore, making big decisions for yourself. The Hanged Man in reverse tells me that you're removing obstacles at this time, or the universe is removing obstacles for you to help clear the path for you moving forward. The Ace of Pentacles is showing up, and this is the energy of, like, taking on a new cycle or a new opportunity. This is the biggest pentacle, right? This is the most important, taking a huge step in a new direction. The Devil card showing up. Usually, if you're not Capricorn, because this is Capricorn energy, I would read this negatively, but because of the card that follows, and, I mean, all the other cards, I'm reading it as this is the energy of you kind of in this baller-ass, like, mode of, like, making money and building yourself, building a structure for yourself, a nice solid foundation, really focusing on, you know, your growth and your success here, right? And the Sun card, Leo energy, showing up to tell me that your success is inevitable, right? And that's one of the reasons why I'm reading this Devil card is very, like, optimistic. It's, you know, the devil isn't always bad. It's about taking care of your material needs, right? Taking care of the material realm, right? The devil's realm is the 3D, right? And that's something that you're mastering here, and I don't see it as a negative thing. Sometimes, you know, I would see it as a negative thing, but judging by the context of all the cards around it, I just feel like you're stepping into this power of, like, taking care of business, right? This is like a boss energy. And with the devil showing up also, Capricorn energy, you could have Capricorn in your chart, you could have Leo in your chart with the Sun card, whatever the case. So, let's see. Seven of Wands. I feel like windows of opportunity are opening up for you. And I say take it. You know, full ass, take new opportunities. You see, you know, some opportunities come once in a lifetime, right? And this is like, you know, I see many opening up for you, right? At least 7 different doors here opening up for you to kind of assess, like, what direction are we going to take this? What direction do you want to take life? You could be starting a business right now, kind of like creating your own path, choosing your own way. The Nine of Cups in reverse with the Knight of Swords in reverse. I feel like in the past you felt like you weren't having the breakthrough that you wanted. I feel like there was a lot of wishing, hoping, praying without a lot of results. And it really takes action too. You know, like, you have to be kind of an active force. You can't just sit there and be like, oh, I hope this will happen, but then do nothing in regards to starting that up, you know? It's like I could say, hey, I want to have a YouTube channel, but unless I actually upload videos to the YouTube channel, how the hell is it ever going to start, you know? So, you know, you have to take that initial step. You have to take some action. And also taking action sets an intention, right? And it tells the universe, like, this is my intention. This is the direction I want to go. I'm taking action towards this. And then all of a sudden, the universe starts conspiring to make shit happen for you, right? And that's honestly the best part. You know, you take an action and then the universe supports it. Even negative actions, okay? Even negative manifestations. That's something you gotta understand too. If you set negative intentions or negative, you know, shit in the world, then the universe will support that and it will give you more negativity, right? So you want to be very clear, very optimistic. Don't let fear, doubt, and insecurity rule the show, right? It's already done that in the past. We ain't doing that no more. Now it's about fearless action, right? And knowing that you have what it takes to do what you want, to accomplish what you want. Because if you don't believe in you, the universe won't believe in you. You gotta start there. You gotta start by believing in your dang self. Okay, we got King of Cups. Okay, I'm going to start there. King of Cups is on top of his emotions, right? All this water in the card, water represents emotions, right? And he's sitting on top of that. He's not consumed by his emotions, but he's definitely feeling it, right? He's got a flower in his hand, and he looks like he's ready to pursue something new. Something that inspires love, right? This could be business or this could be love too. You know, it could be both. You could be manifesting multiple things here. King of Cups also tells me that somebody could be sparking your interest at this time. Ace of Swords in reverse. There's something, like you've been struggling to have a breakthrough there. With this connection or whatever, you know, if somebody is sparking your interest at this time. With the Three of Swords in reverse, it's because I feel like it's your own healing that's kind of putting a blockage here. It's like when we heal from like past love or past, you know, situations, there's this like fear, doubt, and insecurity that kind of pop up with it. That kind of like you don't want to relive the past, and you learn all these behaviors and all these thought patterns and, you know, things that you needed for survival, right? To survive whatever you went through in the past. And so like the Three of Swords in reverse is like, okay, you're healed now. Now you no longer need those old mindsets or those old ways of doing things, right? Now you're no longer in fight or flight mode, right? Now it's time to relax and kind of surrender into your feelings a little bit. Sorry. Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy. Yeah, so that kind of just reiterates what I'm saying is that, like, you haven't moved forward on something out of fear. or out of, whatever. Then we have the Queen of Cups, right? We got King and Queen of Cups here telling me we've got divine counterparts. And this is both in their feelings, right? Both open and exploring that. Sorry, I have OCD, so I have to make sure that I put all the cards back exactly how I first said them. Okay, don't judge me. But yeah, so Queen of Cups. Also, I feel like this energy is kind of mirrored, where you're both like kind of feeling something, right? Feeling a spark, feeling something new, kind of wake up in you, or you will be. But there's like a fear of like, oh, I just did all this healing, I just did all this work on myself. Now, I don't know if I'm ready to put myself in a vulnerable position again and to feel things again. And what if they break my heart? Right? It's weird. I just got deja vu. But I feel this kind of openness to this connection, because in the King of Cups he's like holding a flower, and in the Queen of Cups she's got her flower there, right? Like, and it's kind of like this energy of like acceptance, or like accepting like this connection, exploring this connection, being curious about it. I don't know if you've met them yet. You might have, but I do see this connection popping up, though. If you haven't met him yet, you will very soon, because it looks like very fast energy. Five of Swords, feeling conflicted. Let's clarify that. What is this Five of Swords doing here? It's my least favorite card, right? It's like conflict, challenges, changes, transitions. Four of Wands in reverse. Six of Swords in reverse. Yeah, the conflicted feelings are based on somebody who's left you before. Maybe you lived with them. Maybe you guys like built a life together. Four of Wands is like the house, right? It's like the household card. It could also represent marriage. With that in reverse, and the Six of Swords being somebody who walks away, that being in reverse tells me that's kind of like past energy. Like somebody, you probably had a very serious connection, and you probably thought, this is it, this is the one, and then shit didn't work out. And I feel like this energy of like fear, or conflictedness, like what if that happens again? What if it hurts again? That's where non-attachment becomes very important. I think you should read some Eckhart Tolle, or, kind of really explore non-attachment. You can love somebody without being attached, right? You can love somebody in such a pure and real way where you're like, I love them regardless of if they're with me or not. I love them so much that I want to see them happy. So whatever direction that life takes them, my love is still there. It's unrelenting. It's, it's also the energy of being open to the connection in such a way that you're like, if I'm part of their quest, if I'm part of, then you fully embody that role and you take it on because you love to, right? You can't let fear and doubt and insecurity get in the way of love, right? Because love is not about possession or ownership. Love is about appreciation and honoring one another and honoring the decisions of one another, even if it sucks, right? But I don't feel like that's going to be the case with you. I don't feel like it's going to suck. I feel like with the King and Queen of Cups, your energy's matched. Like you guys are on the same wavelength. You're both kind of in this energy of like wanting to explore this connection. Cups. They could be a parent, right? That has a whole stream of complications, I know. But, you know, if they are a parent or if you're a parent, like, that could, you know, you could be like, well, what about this? And you know what? Parents date all the time and they make it work. So, you know, I don't think that that should be like an inhibiting factor, like, or something that like stops you from pursuing somebody. I feel like, if anything, you know that they can handle commitment pretty well, right? And also the way that they parent, the way that they love their kids is important, right? Because that will show a lot about how they will love you. Also, Six of Cups, if it doesn't have anything to do with that, if kids are not involved, it could also be somebody from your past, somebody that you've known for a long time. Probably, I wouldn't say an ex, because this feels like a new connection, but you may have known them for a while. If kids are not involved, that's like the only other way I could read that. As this is somebody that you have nostalgia with. The first card out told me that you're divinely protected, so I know that no matter what happens, you're gonna be good, right? Like, you're gonna be fine. You're gonna be happy, right? Like, seriously happy and feeling that abundance. The Sun card came out, and that's like, psh, you know, all you have to do is like surrender to an opportunity, and bam, 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 bam. And then it's like, you know, you have to just like get past that initial fear. The first step is always the hardest, right? It's always the scariest. Ace of Wands, passionate new beginning, right? I see this. I see it. Take it and go. You know, I really like that energy, right? Where you're just like, all right, fine. Passionate new beginning. It's inevitable. Like, your happiness, the success in this is inevitable, right? If you should choose that, right? You still have that choice, right? Which is beautiful too. Like, being able, controlling you have your willpower here, right? So if this is a road that you want to take, I'm seeing that it will be very successful. Like I said with the Seven of Wands, there are many different doors of opportunity right now, and you might take another one, but right now that's the one that your energy is kind of fixed on. That's the one that your energy is drawn to, or will be. It's going to be heavy in the heart and in the mind. So let's grab some oracle cards and see what they have to say. Let's start with my Alice deck. I swear, most of my decks here are all based on Alice in Wonderland and alchemy. So, you know, going down that rabbit hole, I feel like it makes sense, you know, for the kind of tarot readings I've been doing, especially as of late. Never jam today. Promises that never come to be. Empty words, not living in the now, right? This is kind of reliving that past energy, or like that conflictedness around that past energy where you're like, you know, somebody may have been like, oh, we'll be together forever. Broken promise. You know, like, oh, you know, whatever. Somebody didn't keep their word with you, and that hurt and that sucked, right? But with that conflicted energy is really so minimal here in everything else. It's so minimal, and it's just this energy of like, I feel it's just that little voice in the back of your head that's like, what if it's like the past? Well, it's not. You actually can't relive your past. You can only live in the future and in the now, you know, because like, well, you can only live in the now. But it will never actually be your past. Even if things from the past come up, it's a new experience, right? And you got to take every experience like that. Never jam today means that you're not focusing on the present moment. You need to do that to enjoy the present moment. Don't be so hyper fixated on the past. That shit's dead and gone. Dude, even people are different. From like, it could be like a 6-month period and they're a completely different person. You can't even base like the fact that somebody, you know, will be the same, you know. If this is a past person or, you know, somebody from your past, somebody you've known from the past life, you know. King and Queen of Cups are divine counterparts, right? And they're very mature, right? Very emotionally grown. Chinnamasta. In order to grow, the soul may need to separate itself from that which it once relied upon. Oppression will be overcome. Do not cling to what has been. Sometimes the best way to heal from the past is to cut it off completely and focus on inner regeneration and reorientation toward a more fulfilling future. You shall know true love and freedom. I love that one. But yes, that's pretty much what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Namaste. I love you guys, and I will catch you later.